All right, here we go. Gonna try to do this in one take for you, Tony. Tony, 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 Tone, Tone, Tone. Fantasy Golf Sommelier episode something. Here we go. Greetings, golf addicts, and welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Golf Sommelier. And this week, it's the 106th PGA Championship at Valhalla Golf Club in Kentucky. And I'm excited to be with you. And I got a little Pinot Noir this evening. Now, you may be asking why. Why did I choose Pinot Noir? Well, there are many reasons, and we'll get into those in just a little bit. But I got 3 plays to talk about, all right? We're going to talk about the $10 wine special. I've got the Boone's Farm Fade of the Week. And then I'm really loving the Pop the Cork play. But you know what? We're certainly brought to you by our friends over at Bet the Number, BTN Golf. Use code TJ at checkout and you get some discounts. Now, I don't think you should even care what the discount is. You should just be on Bet the Number. So don't worry about what it is, but you can get one. But I'm just telling you, go to Bet the Number, join. You can do a monthly. You can try it out for a week. You get a free 7 days when you go in there. So try that out and see what happens. I don't know. But first, what are we drinking? Well, you know what? We're drinking a little bit of La Crema Pinot Noir. Now, you may be asking, why are we drinking Pinot Noir? Well, for one, it's good. It's good. La Crema is a very good, just sort of basic, lower end $20 Pinot Noir that is really versatile, whatever. Anyway, for any occasion, really, any occasion. And Pinot Noir in general is just a great wine for any occasion. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about why I'm drinking it tonight. But first, let's get into the $10 wine special. And I'm going with Christian Bezuidenhout. Okay? Bless me. Because Seabass makes a lot of sense. And you know what? He's not going to check a lot of boxes for you. You know, not everybody has to check all the boxes, all right? They got to pass the sniff test. Kind of like wine. La Crema passes the sniff test, but at 6,600 on DraftKings, I think Seabass makes a lot of sense. He's coming in fantastic form. You look at his last 5 events, he's got 3 top 15 finishes, all right? And nothing worse than a T28. He's a great iron player and a fantastic putter. I think we're going to need those things this week at Valhalla. And here's the thing, if he just has an average driving week, I think you're going to see Seabass really he has a lot of potential to add value to your lineups at a very cheap price there at 6,600. So you know what? $10 wine special, I think Seabass makes perfect sense. Now, let's get back to the wine we talking about, La Crema Pinot Noir. Now, this is a good one, all right? Now, it's from Sonoma. It's got kind of, it's got some raspberry in there, some cranberry, a little black licorice. I taste some exotic tea notes. And you know what? You got some red cherry. Man, it's always good when I taste some boysenberry. Always good when I get a little boysenberry in there. You even got some espresso. Wow. And sometimes you get these underpin notes, just a little underpin, and there's a little spice flavored, little toasty flavor to it. And it really it's a light-bodied wine that has a long finish. What do I mean when I say long finish? I think this is important. Basically, it means it just tastes really good and it lasts a while on your tongue. And it doesn't have a bad aftertaste. You want it to sit on your tongue just a little bit longer. And so if you're talking with your friends and you're like, this wine, this La Crema that I'm drinking, and you're at your party, you're at your dinner table, you're like, it's got a long finish. And they're going to be like, wow, long finish. he sounds like he really knows what he's talking about, but really it just means it tastes good for a longer period of time, you know? It's like a good piece of candy in your mouth, that doesn't have a bad taste. So that's what we mean there when we're talking about a long finish. But I'm also going to talk a little bit more about why I like Pinot Noirs right now. And we'll get into that. But let's get to the next play of the week. And we're going to go with the Boone's Farm fade of the week. And this one pains me a little bit. Okay. I had a hard time with the Boone's Farm. Excuse me. I have a nose itch. Maybe that's a sign. I'm going with Ben on. I am seeing where Ben on looks like he's going to have a little bit higher ownership than I would like. He's going to be a little bit chalky. If you look at ownership this week, it is very top heavy, and it kind of spreads out. I would expect that though in a PGA Championship, just with this field and the way it is. It's hard to really nail down who you want to play, and I think there's a ton of good pivot options. And I think Ben on is going to allow us to kind of pivot off of him and go to some other players that are around him. I like Ben on. He's 7,800. I think it's a good price. He's played fantastic this year. His putter scares me. And the putter is one of those things that when you get into a major championship and you're expected to do really well like Ben on is, I think it can fail you a little bit and you can disappoint. I hope Ben on does not disappoint because I like him. I think he's a great person. I think he's a great player, but he's a little bit of a stay away for me at his ownership. So the Boone's Farm fade of the week is our friend Ben on, and I'm sorry, Ben. I drink to you though. I drink to you. All right. Now, why am I drinking Pinot Noir? Pinot Noir to me is a great red wine for the summer. As we get into the warmer months, I think you want to have like we all talk about the rosés and look, I've kind of been more into red wine lately than I have the whites, the rosés, the chardonnays, the pinot grigios, those kind of things. And I don't know why, it just happens. It kind of ebbs and flows. It's kind of like DB is right now. He's sort of changing his tune with Rory. DB has hated Rory forever, and now all of a sudden he likes him. Rory's his favorite player. He's not his favorite player, but he's all about some Rory now. After he wins, he's bandwagon Rory fan, and that's kind of thing. Like you kind of have bandwagons though with wines. You sort of get on the whites, you get on the reds, and right now I'm on the reds. But I think Pinot Noir is a great summer red wine. You can have it chilled. I think it really accepts that. Like putting it in the refrigerator for a little bit and chilling it. It's not that bold like a Cabernet. Like Cabernet just is like a sledgehammer, just bam. It's like Scotty Scheffler in your mouth. Okay, just slamming the door home on you. Trying to get a win at a major. Maybe I should be drinking Cab. I didn't think about that. Anyway, but a Pinot is a great summer wine, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it because I think it's as we move into the summer months and you're looking for things at your dinner parties, you're looking for some good red wines, you need to go with some Pinot Noir. And La Crema is just a great, like I said earlier, it's just a great sort of average priced, consistent wine that tastes very good. All right, let's get into one of my favorite plays this week, and that's to pop the cork and let it breathe play. And for me, that's going to be Jon Rahm. Now, Jon Rahm is not like this is not a revelation, okay? But here's what it is. Jon Rahm is projected to be around like 8% right now. And this is Tuesday when I'm recording. And so it may end up being a little bit higher than that, but that's nuts to me. Okay. Jon Rahm has not been that bad. All right. He hasn't won yet on Live. He's kind of getting his bearings. If you listen to Jon Rahm's press conference today, he's kind of a little bit angry. And I don't want to mess with an angry Jon Rahm. I think an angry Jon Rahm is somebody that's, you don't want to deal with in the Valhalla streets. Okay. And I think that he can come out here. He can win this golf tournament. He's at 11-4. I'm fine with that. I think he's being overlooked. And so he is going to be the pop the court play. And that's what pop the court play is. It's a guy that either I didn't talk about on the show or a guy that I think is going to be super overlooked. And I'm popping the court and I'm spraying Jon Rahm all over the place. Just spraying Jon Rahm all over my lineups. And I think he's going to be a great play. I think you're not going to be upset if you put him in your lineups this week. So, John Rahm is the pop the cork and let it breathe play of the week. Let me pour a little Pinot Noir, a little more. It's going down smooth this evening. Whew, yeah. Swirl it. Swirl it. And we sip. So good. So good. All right. I got a couple bonus plays for you. This is the bonus play section. Underdog plays. I got two bonus plays for you. Michael Block is going to have 1,000 bogeys in his first round. Actually, he's not. But I think he's going to have over 4.5 bogeys. I'm not a believer, and I'm tired of him. So I think he's going to have like 5 or 6 bogeys, and he's going to play like dog crap. And so Michael Block, he's the first bonus play, over 4.5 birdies on underdog. Minwoo Lee. Minwoo Lee actually is probably like pop the cork play light. I've come around a little bit more on Minwoo Lee this week. I just like the way he can move it off the tee. I like the way he can hit that 2-iron. He can do all these different things with the off the tee, which is what you're really going to have to be good at this week at Valhalla. And I think Minwoo Lee is going to have a good week, and I like the potential for him. But in round one, over 3.5 birdies. So 3.5 is kind of one of the lowest numbers you'll see with most of these players. I've seen 4, 4.5 for the top players, 5 maybe even for a guy like Scheffler. So I think 3.5 is an interesting number, and I think Minwoo Lee goes over 3.5 birdies in the first round. All right, one more sip, and then I'm out of here. Ooh, that's good. All right. That's all I got. That is the Fantasy Golf Sommelier for the 106th PGA Championship. I'll be back for the next major, the U.S. Open at Pinehurst. That's where it is, U.S. Open at Pinehurst. And that's all I got. May your screens be green. Bend over your bookie. Have some good wine this week. Good luck to you all. Out. Boom. See you later. But it's fantastic. But we need to start with the $10 wine special. And for me, that this week, son of a bitch. I don't feel like I started that good at all. I haven't even started drinking yet. This is the first glass of wine. I can't even get like 3 minutes and 21 seconds into this. All right. Let's start over one more time. Greetings, golf addicts. God, that was loud. All right. Once again, take 4. Greetings, golf addicts, and welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Golf Sommelier for the 106th. Fuck. All right. One more time. Greetings, golf addicts, and welcome to another edition. There's no energy behind that. Let's get some energy. We're drinking wine. Here we go. Valhalla. Valhalla? Greetings, golf addicts. I cannot wait to get started. As always, I say that a lot. I say that all the time. Damn it. Cut this whole front end off. Let's start again. But you know what? First, we need to be checking out our friends at Bet the Number. You know what? Yeah, you need to check out Bet. Fuck me. I got to start this over already. I thought I was going to be better. Okay. Tony, I said that I was going to make this easy on you, and I need to apologize already. Take 3.